Hi, I'm Pam Marisa. I'm your host today for another GreeneScene Podcast. And I have my co-host here with me, TR Mahle.
Hello, everybody.
Pam Marisa.
Hello, everyone.
And we have our guest today who runs L&B Almosta Farm. I have Halie Gallagher with us today.
Hi.
So today we're going to talk to Halie about what's it take to do a hobby farm in Greene County. So Halie, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you got started and what all you do?
So if you ever have watched a Facebook reel, these hobby farms all start off with chickens. And I started off with 4 chickens. I was terrified of them. I had no idea what to do with them. But so that was like kind of the gateway into fainting goats.
Fainting goats.
Fainting
Say more about
goats.
that. I don't know what that is.
So they get a little scared and they will fall over on the ground.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty wild looking.
Yeah, I was very anti fainting goats when my husband brought this up to me because he was like, I want one stipulation on this farm is I want a fainting goat. And I said, Shane, our boys are like straight chaos. And I was like, they're going to spend their entire life fainting. So like that can't be very fun for them. And so for his birthday, he let me get so next animal, mini donkeys.
So we got chickens, fainting goat, mini donkeys so far. This is getting interesting.
To be continued. Yes.
And two boys.
And 2 boys.
And their names and ages?
Landry and Bodie. So
Okay.
Landry will be 9 on the 20th, and Bodie and May will be 7.
Okay.
So they are the L&B to our Almosta farm.
I do have a quick question before you proceed to tell us what animals you let on the ark. I'm assuming you have an ark? It's starting to sound like that.
I mean, with as much rain as we have recently, I feel like I need to probably invest in one,
But you said you got 4 chickens and you were terrified of them. Did your husband bring those home or did you buy them?
Okay, so another funny story. I found a local farm. I like to support local always, so I found a local farm that already had laying hens because I didn't want to go through the whole process of raising babies because that takes time. So I wanted like the instant
gratification of eggs instantly.
Absolutely.
Understood.
Yes. So we show up to this farm and they were like, how many do you want? I was like, 4. So we get there and they were like, all right, they're in that barn over there. And I walk in and I'm surrounded by like 100 chickens.
And you're just supposed to grab the one you want or stick it in a sack or how did that work?
Basically, she goes, grab which ones you want. So we had to show up at nighttime because chickens roost at night.
Roost, yes.
So it's easier to catch. You don't have to like chase them around the yard then.
This would have been a good job for your boys. Boys, have at it. First one that grabs 2 chickens wins.
So they were with us, but they were equally as terrified as me. So my husband, luckily the owners of that farm were like, yeah, we'll grab some for you. I said, okay, to be fully transparent, I've never been around a chicken in my life. I've only ate them. So I'm a little nervous. And so they just snatched them up for me. We had a dog crate in the back of the truck, took them home. They gave us like instructions on keep them in their little coop that I had delivered, and they were like, keep them in there for a couple days. It was like super hot for the following days after getting them, and I was like, oh, I feel bad. Let's let them out.
Now they're free-ranging chickens.
Now they're free-ranging chickens, and how do you get those chickens back in there when they don't know that that's their home yet?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so, well, we tried that. It didn't work.
That didn't work?
So my dad and my husband and my 2 little boys and myself decide we're going to chase these chickens. Literally, like a chicken with our head cut off.
That could be a farm game. Chase the chicken.
Absolutely. So my mom, who hates chickens, like she's terrified of anything with feathers, really. And she was on the back porch, like yelling, making fun of us the whole time. And I was like, hey, Peanut Gallery, you want to help us? And she was like, ain't my circus. So, yeah, a couple pulled muscles later, we were able to catch all of them. And
Do you still have the original 4 chickens?
so we're only down to 1 of those original chickens.
How many
many are you up
chickens
to
do you
now?
have altogether now?
Probably about 60.
60. That's quite a growth.
Well, how many
yes.
eggs do you get a day then out of 60 chickens?
So our chickens' average age right now is from about 3 weeks up until the original chickens, which we got in 2023. So of those 60 chickens, we get about 36 eggs a day.
Wow.
Some days, especially now that the weather has changed, we could probably get like 4 dozen a day.
And I'm assuming you sell these. What do you do with the eggs?
Yes. So that's where our big thing comes in. We started this because we wanted to teach our kids. We wanted them to learn responsibility.
So they do the feeding and the watering and all that?
Yeah. So during the school year, we do give them a little bit of a hiatus because, I mean, the last thing you want is your little kid showing up to school stinking because chickens.
But they're boys.
They are boys. All boys stink at that age. Sorry, students. But yeah, so we do help them out a lot in the mornings. But we said, you put in the work, you sell the eggs, you get to keep all the money. So we have a pretty regular customer basis. They contact us pretty regularly. Especially I work at a school district right now as a school nurse, so I have a pretty big clientele there. We don't charge for eggs. Our thing is just give us a donation. If 1 week you can't afford eggs, that's fine. We're here to help you. But if 1 week you want to make up for that week you missed, that's fine too. But we don't require anything. We just want to teach our boys that, and hey, there might be people out there that fell on some hard times, and we're here to help you. I don't want anybody to
Very
ever.
nice.
Now,
Very
just
nice.
to be clear, we are not asking all of Greene County to descend upon them for free eggs.
Wow, that would be okay.
The point here, we hope you respect them and what they're doing and pay for the eggs and give them a donation. What they're doing is trying to teach their kids responsibility.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's very important. 'Cause,
Absolutely.
a lot of kids, I feel like, are stuck indoors. Don't get me wrong, during the winter months, sometimes it's hard to get my boys outside. But for the most part, they know that we have a lot of animals to take care of. So
tell us about some other animals you have on your farm.
well, let's see. So we got the couple fainting goats, and then it was a trip having them. They were hilarious, so we decided to get a few more. 3 more to be exact. I called my husband. He works out in Ohio. And I said, hey, honey, do you think you can drive 45 minutes the opposite direction of coming home? And he goes, why? And I said, you also might want to stop and get a tarp. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, there's 3 more fainting goats you have to go pick up. And he was like, right. So he went after getting off work that morning, and he went and got the 3 more fainting goats. And yeah.
And then you have miniature donkeys?
I do. I have 2 originals that we got right after they were weaned. And then we got 4 more. There was an elderly couple that they were having a hard time taking care of them, especially during the winter months. And they wanted them to go to a good home. And I was like, whew, I know that home. So
awesome.
we took them in. And then somebody had contacted me about 3 miniature horses that they were, oh gosh, I guess you would say they were aging horses who the owner was not able to take care of them either. And they were like, would you take them? And I was like, yeah. So I actually only took 1 of them. But my cousin, she actually owns a farm, Mini Hill Farm out in New Freeport, she took the other 2. because I promised that they would go to an absolute good home. We actually walked in the Christmas parade with all 3 of the ponies, so that was nice.
What about cows and pigs, bunnies?
Okay, well, there's another story to this. What you're going to learn with me is there's a story for everything. So everyone knows I'm a sucker for animals.
We haven't got to cats and dogs yet, but go ahead. Every farm has to have cats and dogs.
This is true, and mine does, I promise. So we have, I got a phone call from a cousin. Her, it would be her father-in-law, had a bottle calf that was don't want to say a bottle calf. It was abandoned by its mom. So bottle babies are a lot of work. They're exhausting.
Yes, they are.
And a lot of full-time farmers don't have the time to put into it. I don't really require much sleep. I run on a Lonnie's, so which the energy drink, it's amazing. I think I should be sponsored by them, but anyways.
We are not a sponsor of Elani.
Oh, man. But so I took that calf, it was a little bull, and so we took him, we named him Rocket. We actually called him Spicy Rocket in the beginning because he broke my finger. He was a little aggressive at first.
I see.
But now I call him my porch puppy because you or anybody can lay on top of him. We took him to a live nativity at St. Hugh and Carmichael's. And he was amazing. There was actually a girl there that was helping us, and she laid on him and my other cow and took a nap. Wow.
Oh, my gosh. That's so cute.
Yeah.
So
I just want to be clear. So, boy, I have a lot of questions. So interesting.
Oh, I know.
But and I'd like to hear what all the animals are. But is any other part of this something where you're in the sales of these animals?
Well, so we do breed the fainting goats. So a lot of people show them.
Okay.
There's, I guess, I don't necessarily know that it would be like our local 4-H would show them, but there is a myotonic fainting goat is what they're actually called. But there are like national shows for them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you raise them and sell them to people who want to show them.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, mine are registered, so if that's the avenue they want to take, a lot of people actually just want them for companionship.
Okay.
do you garden, sell anything else on your farm?
No, we just do the eggs and animals right now. We have thought about getting into, because obviously our goats, we would like to milk them, because you can also do soaps. You can do
lotions, cheese.
Yeah, which my one cousin does do all of that. So we thought about co-oping with her. Yeah.
So you don't sell from a garden?
No.
Nothing from a garden.
Not
So
yet.
do you consume animals, or are these all pets?
Some of them are pets. We do have our cat. We have a calf. We're going to start breeding. We're actually our Highland cow, which I had just found out that Highland cows make amazing meat. A lot of
That's
people.
the long-haired face on the face and stuff,
the big
right?
horns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to breed them, the nutritional value of Highland cows are. I've been reading into it. I've been told a lot about it, and yeah. So that's our next venture.
How many acres is your farm?
So it's small. It's only 6.5.
So you do all that on 6.5 acres?
We utilize every
Square inch.
inch of it. Yes, yes. I have my parents that live there as well. My dad has Alzheimer's, so all of this keeps him going. Yes.
Wow.
What would you recommend if somebody wanted to do what you're doing? How many acres would you recommend they start with?
For a small hobby farm,
Small hobby farm, 5.
5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
But you're already saying you're crowded. Would you suggest they start with a little more? 10?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, more land the better. It's
But it
just
only
very-
takes a few acres to get started, especially if you just want chickens, ducks,
and
and
that's what a lot of people
fainting goats.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people start with. And chickens don't eat much.
Or need much space.
Exactly.
So even if you plan on doing this commercially, like selling the eggs, selling the milk of the goats, selling the goats for show, etc., Do you still feel like you need to have a profound love for animals to do this?
I do, and that's the great thing.
And you would suggest others have a profound love for animals before they venture into this?
As far as a hobby farm, absolutely. And I actually probably have too big of a love for animals because I would save them all.
Well, I'm just curious. Are your kids involved in 4-H at all?
They are not. We are definitely going to get into
It's a great program.
Absolutely. I have families. A lot of my neighbors were in it, in 4-H, but I have family in it now. So we are definitely going that avenue. Yeah, because...
So my kids did bunnies, sheep, pigs, steers, and it was a really great experience for them.
I think, and they are such a family.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
like they are...
You get to know kids all over the county and
Yeah.
still are friends to this day with them.
Exactly. Yeah, like that's what you're a little community, and if one person needs something, 10 people jump in to help. So that is definitely something that's what I want to teach my boys. I love sports. I think sports are amazing, but I want to show that my boys that there are other things.
Yes.
My oldest son, he has some health issues, so he's not allowed to play contact sports. So I wanted to show him other things that he can do in Greene County.
And there are some great programs for FFA and 4-H in Greene County.
Correct.
And I did a 4-H sewing club when I was younger. So there's lots of things to do and learn.
Well,
and that's how I learned to sew.
Yeah, I actually just learned about like a lot of things that you can win prizes for through 4-H. Like, I was actually amazed by it. So yeah, I think that's my goal in life. That to teach my boys, you don't have to, there ain't one mold fits all. Like
Absolutely. And the Greene County Fair has a home and garden section too, where not a lot of people know this, but there's a lot of entries. Like probably 40 years ago, I made a braided rug and entered it in the fair, and I won a blue ribbon.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, you can make homemade goods, braided rug, photography. There's a lot of stuff that you can get involved with.
I know that there was several students that I have at the school that they showed me their ribbons that they had won for photography, or I think some drawings, or I think flowers even. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think 4-H has so much to offer in this community, and I hope it continues to grow.
Well, tell us some other interesting things about your farm.
Oh, well, the big thing is my husband makes this all possible. He doesn't tell me no. So he probably should
a good
start.
man.
Yeah, he should probably start. Please, Shane, don't listen to this. My parents actually live up there. When my dad got diagnosed, my dad had several health issues. So we built a little house for them to live on our property so that as things progressed with him, I was there since I'm a nurse, and I could help take care of him, and it would lessen the burden on him. But I've also, what I've read is like with Alzheimer's and dementia and everything like that, animals are so therapeutic.
Oh, okay.
Not only for mental health, but like my dad, because my husband works terribly long hours, my dad helps me a lot. And my dad gets up in the morning. He knows, oh, hey, I'm going to go feed these animals for Halie so she doesn't have to. Or sometimes he'll do the evenings for us. Or it's like, hey, Dad, I got these bottle babies. You think you can go feed them for me? Aww. So I think it's definitely helped. And
yeah, I've not heard using animals therapeutically in that type of situation with Alzheimer's, but you're saying it's really been effective.
I do believe so. I think that there is a reason for animals. Wow. They show absolutely all the compassion. You're their favorite person, no matter what,
Compassion and patience. Yeah,
and
that's great.
And I have several bottle baby goats that there was another local farmer who, like I said, about the time and effort and energy you have to put into keeping them alive. And he was like, hey, you want to try to you want to try to save them? And I was like, absolutely. So they were literally...
You're like a sanctuary.
Kind of.
Yeah.
My goal in life is to be a rehab and rescue, or rescue and rehab, sorry. And I would love to be able to save them all. But, you know...
That's impossible, though.
It is impossible, but I can at least do my part.
Do your part.
Yeah.
So with feed and vet bills, I assume there's quite a few vet bills?
Yeah, but they're... Curtis Patton has been amazing with us. He answers my calls at all times of night, texts me.
Come to the house?
Yeah, he'll come to the house.
Wonderful.
So it makes it very easy.
Well, he asked also about feeding. Can you just tell us a little about the process of feeding all these animals?
Well, my bottle baby goats right now, I feed them pretty much every 2 to 4 hours. Especially, I do that a lot at night, so that during the day they don't need fed as much, because I don't want to have to burden somebody else with feeding it. So I would rather lose some sleep on my end to take care of them. So usually they're all okay while I'm at school, but we feed like grain and hay in the mornings.
Do you buy hay or do you do your own?
We bought hay locally, but we will start doing hay. I'm surrounded by all my family, and they all have, I don't know, they probably have 150, 200 acres that surround our house. So they are allowing us to do the hay.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so, but we buy the rest at Waynesburg Milling, or we buy all the grain at Waynesburg Milling. Again, we like to support local businesses. And yeah, so it gets a little pricey, but...
So it's kind of not farming for profit, but
No.
hopefully break even type
Yeah,
thing?
basically.
Well,
yeah.
can you put a price on your favorite thing to do in life? I don't think so.
No, honestly, that's what, like, somebody was like, so what's your goal? And I was like, just to be happy.
Happy.
Yeah, honestly.
Enjoy life.
Well, I was hoping this would inspire people to follow through on their passion for animals and take on the risk and, you know, take an adventure like you are with animals. But I'm also worried that you might get a whole bunch of calls of people who want you to rescue their animals.
Hey, I mean, Shane, don't listen to this. I'm down. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, I love rescuing, and I'm always here to help. And if I can't rescue, I will point you in the right direction.
Yes, you're very
Okay, great.
networked with a lot of compassionate people who care about animals, and I'm sure you can find them a really good home.
Absolutely. That's my goal.
Do you do petting zoos, anything like that?
I mean, we have taken, like, we've done the live nativity, and
do people come to your
parade.
farm? And
they do come to the farm, especially like people that know us. They stop and they
I
want
see a
to.
petting zoo in your future.
So
I see the petting zoo.
Haley. Jefferson's kindergarten does a farm unit, and we actually loaded up some of our animals and took them, and we did a farm unit day at Jefferson. So
you know,
Very
the
cool.
Greene County Fair has a petting area that they pay a lot of money to have them people come in here. So maybe that's something you can
yeah.
look at.
There you go. You can pay
Right.
for your hobby farm.
I know, right?
But then it doesn't become fun if it becomes a business.
Right, that's what I try to
becomes
keep
work.
Well, it is work, but I still get to be with my animals.
Yeah,
So.
and to have
I
other
guess,
people
if you
love
love
on
your
her
job,
animals.
yeah.
To have people come and pet is loving on her animals.
Absolutely,
She would like that. Yeah.
and that's what one thing people will make a comment. They're like, your animals have to be the friendliest animals, because they will stand there. They'll let you brush them, feed them, whatever, and they're like, I've never seen
when
this.
you bottle feed them 3 or 4 times a night, that tends to happen.
Oh yes, I think most of them think I am their mother. So.
Yeah.
Well, Haley, share with us your Facebook page so our listeners can go on and check you out.
Yeah, so we are L&B Almosta Farm, and we are
And
on
that's
Facebook.
ALMOSTA.
ALM.
All one word, right?
Yep,
Okay.
ALMOSTA. Yeah, almost. We probably need to change it to looking more like a farm instead of almosta. But yeah.
And you're located in Waynesburg?
We are off Kennel Road.
Off Kennel Road.
Yep. So right near the Cover Bridge. We're close to that. Yeah.
And what are your hours? Or do you have hours?
Well, luckily my dad's mostly home a lot, so he would love to give tours all the time. So yeah, and
How
I
nice.
am school nurse. Well, Yeah, school nurse by day and farm Halie, animal nurse by night.
Well, Halie, we really enjoyed talking to you and learning more about your farm. And we think that other people will be inspired by you and want to do that. If not, they can come visit you and love on your animals without any responsibility at all.
Well, I thank you for having me. And I mean, actually, my neighbor does say that the best thing is we live across from a petting zoo. So, I mean, who needs
Great
animals
neighbors.
when we can come across the road? So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to end with our GreeneScene Podcast lightning round questions. So I'm going to throw a question out. We're going to go around to TR, Kent, and Halie and just answer as first thing that pops in your head. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest? TR.
Pig.
Kent?
Cats, they hate people.
I mean, but I'm going to go with a rooster. I've been chased by one too many.
Ooh, good
Oh, I
one.
was going to
Let me
say
ask
donkey.
you, but while we're on the subject, you do eggs. Somebody who doesn't know much about it, do you need a rooster to get an egg?
You do not. If you want a fertilized egg in order for it to turn into a chick, you do need a rooster.
Okay, very good.
What's a show that you could rewatch forever? I'll go first. I would say Seinfeld.
I watch Andy Griffith daily.
The Office.
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Oh, yes. What's the most overrated food in America? Kent.
McDonald's.
Ooh, how dare you? I love McDonald's.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Oh, I was going to say mashed potatoes just because
Ooh.
everybody serves them for every meal, but there's really not a lot of taste there. But I love mashed potatoes, but I'm just saying they're kind of overrated. TR?
I really haven't found a food that I don't like yet.
All right, we're going to end with this one. If you had a superpower, Halie, what would it be?
To own every animal possible. I mean, my mom always says I thrive on chaos, so yeah.
Well, my superpower, I would want to be invisible.
I could be invisible. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, think of the possibilities. We're not going to go there on this
No,
podcast,
no.
but we'll talk about this later, TR.
Well, my favorite superhero is Superman. I'd have to say flying.
Fly. Got it. Well, that's very cool. You could go and maybe practice with her chickens and see if you could fly the coop one day.
Nowhere near those chickens. They scare me.
They scare you too. Well, thank you so much. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody on another podcast.
Thanks, Halie.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
In the next GreeneScene magazine that's going to hit the homes, TR is actually going to write a story about L&B Almosta Farm. And we look forward to seeing everybody on our next GreeneScene podcast. Thanks for joining us today.